secret for a second. Let me just talk to you about the Echo Auto for a second. So it's the first Echo for your car. Using voice control, you can have access to all the Alexa voice features that you enjoy in your home and more. You have access. You can make calls. You can check the weather, ask for the news. In addition to that, you can also get directions or find local nearby restaurants or businesses, control your smart home. The neat part about Echo Auto is that it has 8 microphones and far field technology, which allows Echo Auto to hear you even over road noise, or air conditioning, or music playback in the car.
Right, because the first Echo had 7 microphones, so this has even more.
It has 8 microphones, and it has the very first Echo had 7 microphones,
and this has 8.
This has 8, and it has optimized far field technology, so it can hear you over a variety of noise conditions.
All right.
So let me give you a quick demo. So let's start with making a call. Alexa, call John Smith. So it placed the call. As you saw, I didn't have to touch my phone, unlock the phone. My phone was hands-free, so it gives you complete hands-free
And then you've got
access.
the green light, which represents the two-way
calling,
communication that you have when you do a drop-in typically.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah. So it's very consistent with the customer experience that you find on your Echo devices in your home. Kind of goes back to our Alexa Everywhere strategy, having seamless access to Alexa experiences both within and outside the home.
I see.
So let's try another use case. Alexa, what's the weather?
In Las Vegas, it's 51 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Today, you can look for intermittent clouds with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 42 degrees.
Something more close to what you would do in the car, like getting directions. Alexa, get me directions to the Bellagio Hotel.
Would you like directions to the closest Hyatt Bellagio on 3600 South Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Okay, getting directions.
So it automatically launches your favorite map provider, loads it with directions to that destination.
Do I choose that map provider within the Alexa app when I'm setting up the device?
That's right. By default, it defaults to Google Maps, but we will also support other map applications that are installed like Waze.
I see. And is that a partnership between Amazon and Google, or is that just a question of public
just
Google
your,
APIs
It's
that
your
Amazon
public
is?
API on your phone, whatever is your preferred map application on your phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the audio for moving from, for those directions, are they going to be coming from the Google software or from Alexa's voice?
Great question. So all the audio is directly routed from your phone onto your car speakers. We have Bluetooth or auxiliary jack, whatever capability your car stereo system supports.
I see. So I'm in my car, I've got Bluetooth. I asked the Echo to give me directions to wherever,
Right.
and it's going to launch this app, and I'm going to have the app experience that I'm used to.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I
it's
see.
voice enabling existing experiences on the phone inside your car.
I see. So so the Echo isn't then tasked with like saying, oh, turn here and turn there and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we give customers access to their favorite map application as they would otherwise use. It's just that we make it a hands-free experience, so drivers can keep their eyes on the road and hands on the wheel.
Okay. Am I going to be asked by Google to give the AVS permission to launch it, or how does that work?
When you set up the device, we ask you for location permissions.
Right.
Your permissions that you have already provided Google Maps are already
That's sufficient to get this
sufficient.
going.
Yeah, it doesn't require AVS integration because you're directly launching Google Maps using Google public APIs.
Okay. So if I'm on an Apple phone, an iPhone, do I have that same choice, or is it going to just launch Maps, or how does that work?
You would have the same choice, but your default map application could be Apple Maps if you were using an iPhone.
Okay.
But once we would also give users the capability during setup to choose their preferred map application if they want to use Google Maps on an iPhone.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue.
All right, so let's try another use case. I like to check what's on my calendar when I'm driving. So, Alexa, what's on my calendar?
Here are the next 3 events. Today, at 10 a.m., there's CES 2019. Tomorrow, At 10 a.m. there's CES 2019, and on Friday, January 11, at 10 a.m. there's CES 2019.
Straightforward schedule there.
No bodies, no after bodies,
Oh my
just
gosh, we're completely focused on CES.
Exactly.
Let's try another one. Alexa, how long is my commute?
Right now, traffic on your commute looks a little sluggish. The fastest route takes about 16 minutes via Paradise Road and East Flamingo Road.
just taking
All right.
2 hours.
So this
Clearly
is
allowed
the same
people.
functionality that you have already in the Echo at home. The ability to set a commute, set a location, a start and end location for your typical commute, and then ask it how that's going.
That's true, but it's a little more relevant when you're on the go because it's always giving you commute from your current location.
I see.
Whereas if you use it on your Echo at home, your Echo is in mobile, so
Right.
it's always going to give you location from your house
And now, where is the
or from where your Echo is installed.
where is AVS getting the traffic information from?
So it's based on your current location
Yeah.
and using partner APIs.
Okay. Are the partners public? Do we know who? Does the public know who they are? Or are they secret?
I'll defer that to the ABS team.
Okay. All right. Let's go on it.
All right. So we can also, earlier we saw making a call. I can also send a message using Alexa. So texting and driving is always a hazard.
Right.
Alexa, send a message.
To whom?
John Smith.
What's the message?
I'm running late.
Got it. Should I send it?
Yes.
Sending to John Smith.
All right. So is that message being sent via the Alexa contacts, or the other, or is it being sent via AT&T or whatever?
Great question. So we can send messages. I'll just mute the device.
So we can
using
use
the
the
wake word.
so we can use the A word.
Yes. So with Echo Auto, you can send messages to both your Alexa contacts as well as to your phone contacts. If the user is an Alexa contact, we can send a message using the Alexa messaging platform, which you referenced earlier, the Alexa communications platform. If it is simply a cellular phone contact, it would be using your AT&T or mobile service provider network to send that message.
So, on this phone, does that mean that in the history of my text messages, I would see it? Now, on an iPhone, do you have that same functionality?
On the iPhone, we would not have that same functionality, but we would have that functionality on Android.
Right. So, on the iPhone, it's going to attempt to use my Alexa contacts, my AVS
Correct.
contacts, because that's
Correct.
what it has access to.
Great question. That's correct.
Okay. I see. All right. Can you pop open the text message platform so we can see, or whichever way this computer messaged John Smith?
Yeah, it's going to the Alexa app itself.
Okay.
And if you want, you can see the message on.
Yeah, I can-
He's John Smith for today.
I see.
Message.
Messages.
So I'm running late. Shows up here, and you can see the same message on.
I'm running late. There we go. I'm running late. All right. Let's move forward.
Yeah. So you can also, control your smart home devices. Is there any specific utterance that you use in your home?
I suppose I listen to my flash briefing a ton.
Let's do that. Alexa, what's my flash briefing?
Here's your flash briefing. From Reuters TV. From Reuters TV.
So I usually
Here are today's top
like to
stories.
check how a paranoia whether I've locked my front door or not, and have a smart lock installed at my house. And I can always check the status of my lock while I'm driving my car.
Stop. So, okay, so can I play? So typically I also play a lot of radio.
Okay.
It's from TuneIn, it's from iHeartMedia. What happens then? Is Alexa then going to play that media, or is it going to defer to my phone or something?
Just like your Echo in the house, you can use Echo Auto to play music from any of the service providers that you have access to.
Spotify, Amazon,
Correct. So
TuneIn,
Spotify,
iHeartRadio,
iHeartRadio,
Pandora.
all of them.
Okay, and it's gonna play through that interface.
It's going to play through that interface through the Alexa services.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, and you're saying you check to see if you lock the door, your
Yeah.
smart lock, you can open your garage, you can do all of those
Correct.
things directly from here. So even instead
Exactly.
of maybe pressing the button, you're okay with the time it takes for the internet to talk back to you. You can
Exactly.
say, open my garage door.
Right.
You can
So
even
let's
set
just
location-based routines if you don't want to go through the trouble of having to ask at the same location every time.
Right.
Right.
So you mentioned listening to TuneIn.
Yeah.
So you could even play a podcast from there. Alexa, play the podcast Hidden Brain.
Hitting the latest episode of Hidden Cream. Here it is from iHeartRadio.
Alexa, play the Hidden Brain podcast.
Couldn't find the hidden brain. How our unconscious minds elect presidents, control markets, wage wars, and save our lives in your Kindle library.
All right. Well, she's getting political, but we get the idea. You did launch one podcast, The Hidden Cream. She
Right.
doesn't have access to the Hidden Brain, it sounds like.
Maybe she doesn't like my voice today.
Gotcha. All right, so that seems to cover most of Echo Auto. Is there anything else that we may have missed that you believe is important for us to see?
So just like you have location-based routines where you can automate, opening your garage door as you approach your home or turning on your smartphone, your smart home lights, you can also set location-based reminders so that when you're on the vicinity of Costco, you can get reminded to pick up milk.
Oh, okay.
So those are features that will be available through our
And do I
location
set those
services
location-based reminders from the app?
from the Alexa app.
Right, because it's relatively difficult. I can't imagine the sentence I'd have to say to tell her, hey, when I'm at this intersection, set a reminder.
That's correct.
Okay.
You can define your favorite locations. Once you've defined it, you can basically say, Alexa, remind me to do this when I'm at home, when I'm at my Whole Foods or something like that, which could be your favorite place at that point.
Gotcha. All right, well, thank you guys very much for
Of course.
the introduction into Alexa Echo Auto. Thank you guys.